Welcome, beautiful people, to Season 3, Episode 2 of Jahmi Rocks Jottings, the seriously silly space for intentional musicology, sonic joy, and the kind of reggae insight that'll keep your mind rocking and your thoughts swaying. I'm your host, Jahmi Rock, also known as Raquel Bernard, and today we're diving into a song that is very, very close to my heart, Sweet Like Mango. This tune is extra special because it's my first purely reggae dancehall release. I do a lot of fusion, reggae mixing with R&B, soul, gospel, hip hop. This time I went all in on that reggae dancehall lane, and we're going to talk about how it came to life, how y'all have been responding to it, and what it means for where I'm headed musically. The moment Sweet Light Mango was born. Sweet Light Mango first started forming when I was at home alone, just me and the music. I was listening to Dizzle Virgo's Reggae Beat Tape Volume 1. The rhythm is called Becca. And the moment it came on, I felt this wave of romance. A big part of that was the subtle keyboard synth in the rhythm. It has this soft, glowy, romantic feel to it, like the musical version of candlelight reflecting off of somebody's skin. And I had already told a certain mystery human that I was going to write a love song about them. So when I heard that synth line, my brain and my heart just went, oh yeah, this is the one. The romance was already sitting there in the rhythm, just waiting for lyrics to land. The very first thing that came out of me was that melismatic sweet. Sweet. And it came all at once, as both lyric and melody. I wasn't sitting there workshopping it like, what fits this chord? It just dropped in. Sweet. Fully formed, like the song had decided it wanted to exist and chose that note to announce itself. From there, the rest of the song didn't come in a single lightning bolt, but it did come pretty quickly. After the first hook showed up, I wrote the first verse in the same session. Then I came back on another day in a different headspace and wrote the second verse. So Sweet Like Mango was born in two main writing sessions, hook and verse 1, then verse 2 later. And yes, I did have a specific person in mind while I was writing, but they will remain nameless. Not everyone needs to know the source of your joy for them to be inspired by it. What I really wanted to capture was that feeling of nascent romance. Those first couple of months where you have butterflies in your belly, you can't get enough of each other, and everything feels warm, exciting, and a little bit obsessive in the cutest way. First performance. More mango, more mango. The first time I performed Sweet Light Mango was at a small event in October 2025 at a nonprofit called Project 43. It was an outdoor space, intimate and community center. The crowd was mostly other performers, vendors, and their tried and true supporters, the kind of people who really come out for culture, creativity, and connection. I remember finishing the song and looking to the left of the stage. There was a group of men there smiling wide, clearly vibing, and one of them called out, more mango, that one that's sweet. That right there was my first confirmation that the song was hitting the way I felt in my spirit. Even though I didn't go back and rewrite the lyrics because of that moment, I did carry the energy of that reaction into how I eventually recorded the song. Dizzle kept pushing me to add more style and swagger to the way I sang the hook, to lean into the attitude, the sweetness, the flirtation. Thinking back to how that crowd reacted helped me channel that exact vibe when we were finalizing the performance style for the track. Now juggling releases and circling back to the mango. Now, Sweet Light Mango didn't come out right away. Life and music started moving fast. November, December, and January got very busy with releases. Write Your Name, Liberation Night, and then Write Your Name House Remix. Those three songs pulled a lot of my attention because it wasn't just about recording, it was promotion mode. I had a photo shoot, I had a visualizer shoot, I had to edit the visualizer, I had to plan the single release party for the house remix, and that party had a lot of moving pieces. All of that took my mind off Sweet Light Mango for a while because when you're deep in release logistics, your brain is like a project manager, not necessarily a songwriter. But the beautiful part is that the single release party ended up bringing my attention right back to Sweet Like Mango because I put it on the set list. So even while we were celebrating another song, Sweet Like Mango was there simmering in the background, getting ready for its own spotlight. Working with Dizzle on those other songs was also kind of a training ground for Sweet Like Mango. I'm honestly very lucky to work with a musical genius like him, and collaborating on multiple tracks got me comfortable building harmonies and ad libs with his creative direction. I learned how to refine my ideas, to listen critically to myself and say, okay, that's cute, but it's not sharp enough yet. That process of revising, tightening, and really shaping my sound made me more prepared when it was time to lock in the vocals for Sweet Like Mango. The release party, finale energy. When I performed Sweet Like Mango at the release party, we made it the finale of the night. That choice was very intentional. The show was structured to start with songs that were already out, Liberation Night and Write Your Name, and then move into unreleased material. So we journeyed from what the audience already knew into what was coming next. We did last time this soulful breakup song that sits in a very emotional, reflective space. Then we moved into We Made It, which is a jazzy, gospel-esque anthem, uplifting, triumphant. And after taking folks through heartbreak, then victory, it just made sense to end the night with a reggae dancehall party. That's where Sweet Like Mango came in, a burst of energy, playfulness, and sensual joy at the end of the arc. It was one of the 3 songs with dancers that night. The dancers were Oriana and Minor, and the choreography was put together by George Sai. George came in with the choreography structure, and then we all worked together to finalize how the moves would actually look and feel on stage. It was a collaborative process, adjusting details so that the movement matched not just the rhythm, but the emotion of the track. By the time we got to Sweet Like Mango, I had been singing and dancing for about 20 minutes straight. So when the crowd started asking me to sing it again, my spirit was thrilled, but my body was like, girl, are we sure? I was exhausted, but very flattered. I had a tiny panic moment like, am I even prepared to do this again? This song is still so new. I was out of breath, but also deeply touched that people wanted more of it already. Instead of running the song again live, Dizzle slid into They Try, another reggae song we've been working on. He played only the first verse and chorus, which turned out to be the perfect compromise. Even though I was tired, I could still perform it and make it work. I did have to skip one line at one point just to grab some deep breaths, but that's the live show life. Crafting the visual world with Mitiyiana. For the music video, I worked with Mitiyiana, who directed, filmed, and edited the whole thing. The core visual concept was to communicate excitement for love, that giddy, joyful, flirty feeling that the song carries. She came in with a beautiful treatment and executed it so thoughtfully. We had walking shots, dancing moments, mango popsicle eating, and a charcuterie board style date night setup. It was about showing romantic energy in everyday charming spaces, not just some big glossy fantasy. The shoot itself had the beautiful chaos of an indie music video day. Mai Tai and Amanda had originally selected an apartment building for our first shots, but when we got there, there was just not enough light. So we had to pivot and spend time finding a nearby alternative that would still match the vibe. Mai Tai showed up with all this amazing gear, but of course, technology wanted to test us. The screen display started acting up, and then she had to do a last-minute creative switch with the memory card because the new one just would not read. We made it work, though. We then moved to a whale mural for some walking and dancing shots, which brought in that playful, artsy, urban feel. After that, we hit a smoothie paleta shot, and the owner was incredibly sweet, not only letting us film, but actually getting involved, which added this community warmth to the visuals. Later, we took a break, reset, and prepped for the nighttime charcuterie board picnic scene. For that, we borrowed the sitting area in front of another apartment building. We had candles to set the mood, but the wind was not on our side. The candles kept blowing out over and over again. We just had to laugh and adjust, doing our best to capture the warmth and romance even when the flames didn't want to cooperate. In the end, we still made it work, and honestly, those little mishaps are part of what made the day memorable. Styled by Reggae Moms, summery, cute, and sexy. Being styled by Reggae Moms for this video was such a gift. She basically gave me a crash course in what kinds of silhouettes and looks really complement my figure and shape. She also understood that the vibe we wanted for Sweet Light Mango was summery and light, so all the pieces she pulled fit that mood. We did a couple of goodwill runs and spotted some excellent pieces that I might have walked past on my own. The final look came together like this. First look, a sheer floral duster over a simple burgundy purplish activewear tank top, paired with a cute dark shorts with that ripped jeans look and platform sandals. Second look, the same sheer floral duster over a purple velvet mini dress that I chose from my closet with simple brown sandals. Final look, an ultra cute white long sleeve collared shirt with a high place thick black belt and a flirty red, pink, and black mini skirt. All of these outfits felt cute and sexy, perfect for a romantic song that's sweet but also has heat. The purple velvet dress in particular is special to me. I always feel sexy when I wear it. It hugs my shape in just the right way and is comfortable, so I feel both free and confident in it. Location-wise, Mitiyiana had scouted an apartment front entrances, brick walls, mural walls, a smoothie shop, and a picnic-friendly spot. Together, those settings really captured a kind of Southern California charm, warm, playful, and everyday romantic, just like the song. A reggae dancehall milestone. Sweet Like Mango is my first purely reggae dancehall release, and that means a lot to me personally and artistically. I've always said that reggae and dancehall are my core styles for me. They're not just influences, they're part of my musical DNA. But I also knew I needed the right producer to bring this particular vision to life. Working with a true Jamaican stalwart of the music industry like Dizzle, Virgo, makes this milestone feel really special. It's not just me stepping into reggae and dancehall. It's me doing it in collaboration with someone who has deep roots and history in the genre. As someone who usually leans into fusion, committing fully to a reggae dancehall sound on this track felt like a homecoming. It allowed me to declare my message in Jamaican Patwa and have that language resonate through the entire sound of the song. I didn't have to translate anything, vocally, lyrically, or emotionally. Everything was speaking and singing the same language from top to bottom. At open mics, I often perform reggae and dancehall over other rhythms, things like popular rhythms the audience already knows, like the Punani rhythm. There's a comfort and familiarity for people when they recognize the rhythm immediately. But singing over Dale's original rhythm with my own original lyrics inspires me to own the message with more gusto. It's like, this is my story, my sound, my stamp. Sweet Light Mango definitely feels like a foundation for more reggae dancehall to come, not just a one-off experiment. Right now we have about 3 more reggae dancehall tracks in the release lineup, so this song is opening a door that we fully intend to walk through. What I hope you feel. When people stream Sweet Light Mango, I hope they feel warm, the way new love makes you feel. The kind of warmth that sits in your chest and your belly at the same time, that makes you smile for no reason, that makes you want to text somebody, hey, even though you just saw them. The line and moment I hope most sticks with you is the hook. I want it to be the thing you find yourself singing randomly during the day, almost half like a little self-blessing, a reminder that love, romantic self-love, community love, can be sweet like mango and hot like candle. If you end up singing it to yourself and it makes you even a little bit happier each time it pops into your mind, then the song has done its job. Sweet Light Mango is out now, my first original reggae dancehall tune, and you can stream it on any platform. Thank you for vibing with me today, for letting me peel back the layers of how this song came to life, and for supporting this next chapter of my reggae dancehall journey. Until next time, this has been Jahmi Rocks Jottings. Keep your mind rocking, your thoughts swaying, and as always, keep jamming.